What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video. And well, it's going to be more of I wouldn't say speculation video, but this is definitely going to be under the discussion type videos. Now shout out to the DoD Disciples of Doom, but today's video is going to be all about the new game mode that is coming to the Division 2 starting in February 2022. Now I'm going to tell you guys everything we know about it, discuss all of the different theories and, what it could be, what ifs, I guess, if you will. And the whole point of this is to start the discussion, start the conversation about what you guys think this new game mode is going to have, because it was stressed from the dev team earlier this year that it would be a game mode that we have never seen before in the Division universe, period. That includes Division 1 and Division 2. So, if this discussion sounds like something that is up your alley, sit back, relax, enjoy the video. But don't forget to hit that thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you want to join in on the conversation, let me know your thoughts and your speculations in the comment section below. But for this one, we're just going to be doing like some open world stuff while I do quite a bit of talking. But alright, so first and foremost, let's talk about all of the game modes we already have in the Division and the Division 2. So starting with Tom Clancy's The Division. So the very first game that came out in 2016 or so, something like that. The very first game came with it several different game modes. We had Underground, which was, underground operations, different sort of phase operations. You could get up to, 3 phases and like 5 directives, and you could, go against hunters and stuff like that, all underground underneath New York City. Then they introduced Survival, my favorite game mode in the entire Division universe. Now, we all know they're not going to do a survival again. Julian Garrity debunked that as soon as this game came out. There was a lot of people asking, is there going to be survival? And Julian Garrity gave a straight no. There will not be a survival or underground for the Division 2. However, we did see that the Division 2 gave us the Summit, which was kind of their version of the Underground. And it is what it is. And we are also getting Division Heartland, which is kind of like a new age revamped version of Survival. So we've already got those two covered. Alright, so the other things we got in the Division, Last Stand, which was a 8v8 PvP. They said we're not going to, give you a game mode that you've already had, so we have to say no to Last Stand. Now, Skirmish in Division 1, they went ahead and released Skirmish for Division 2, so that kind of blocks that one out as well. And then finally, for the Division, they came out with Resistance. It was a horde wave-based game mode that you could go all the way up, to wave 100 if you wanted to, and you'd go against hunters, heavies, all the different factions, what have you. It was basically just a long horde mode, if you will. Alright, so that was everything introduced in Tom Clancy's The Division. Now let's move on to Tom Clancy's The Division 2. Because in order to speculate on what the game modes are going to be, we have to realize what game modes we already have, because they strictly said it will not be what we already have in the Division universe. Alright, so Division 2, what game modes do we have? Well, not much. However, we do have Kinley College, which is a expedition, like time-based, challenging game mode. And then we have the Summit, which I've already talked about, is basically a new age underground. So it cannot be any of the game modes that I have just talked about. Now, also in Conflict, let me go over there. We have team elimination, we have domination, and we have skirmish. So it cannot be any of those either. Now, we are not sure if it's going to be PvP only or PvE only. That is all up to speculations. Now, obviously, the rumor mill is that for the best bang for their buck, it would be PvE and PvP. But I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know right now that I do not think that's going to happen. Alright, so now we have established what game modes we have in the Division universe, what game modes are coming, like the Division Heartland, and now it's time to speculate on what you think this new game mode is going to be. It's supposed to be something new that has never before been introduced into the Division universe. So what could that be? So, let's think about this. Starting off, would it be PvE or PvP? Now, my opinion, it would be PvE. Now, I know a lot of you are going to hate me for that, but there is some speculation into a game mode that I do discuss that is both PvE and PvP, and it could be coming to the Division 2. So we'll talk about that in a second. However, let me finish my opinion. My opinion is that it's going to be more PvE based. Now, we have been told by Johan and the Division 2 dev team way back in the day at the beginning of, this year, they were talking about how there will not be any level progression throughout gear and weapons. However, that the new game mode or the new update would introduce a different kind of leveling progression. Now, there is part of me that thinks that could be linked to the new game mode, and part of me that thinks that could be linked to the new specializations. Now, hear me out. The new specializations, they are completely wiping all of these specializations and over with a new linear progression special tree. So you would go through the linear progression, get all your specialization points, and then you could unlock different options within that specialization tree. Now, for me personally, I think that is more likely going to happen. I do know that there's part of me that thinks that whatever this new game mode would be, they would introduce a leveling system into that game mode. That way it kind of makes you have to play the game mode, if you understand my meaning. To try to help, explain that further, think of the Underground in Tom Clancy's The Division. It was its own expansion, and it had its own leveling progression. I believe in, excuse me, I believe in Tom Clancy's The Division Underground, you could level all the way up to like level 30 or level 40 in the Underground. Now, that had nothing to do with your Dark Zone level, that had nothing to do with your character level. It was purely only for Underground. Now, if I remember correctly, progressing through Underground gave you all the different outfit parts for the Banshee outfit, and that Banshee jacket from the first game that you got in Underground with the diamond stitching down the arms was probably one of my favorite jackets in the game, besides that iconic Division jacket. But we're getting a little off topic here. That is, an example of leveling up in a game mode by itself in the Division universe. So we have these two different options, or maybe they give them both and make you level up your specializations and make you level up a brand new game mode. I'm not sure. So that's another part of conversation, but here's going to be another big rumor speculation on this new game mode. So what if they made us do all the leveling for these specializations, make us grind out all those new specialization options, what have you, because that would make everyone replay the game quite a bit. And what if this new game mode was that hunter game mode that was rumored as soon as this news broke? Now, for a lot of you that don't remember, throughout the entire year 2 of Tom Clancy's The Division 2, during the entire Warlords of New York stretch, we kept getting info leaks, data mine leaks, whether it be about the new raids, whether it be about the new seasons, all of that. They even told us about Fei Lao. And 99.9% of all of those data mine leaks were true. And that was the scary part, is that they were all pretty much true. Now, the problem that, was with the data mine leaks is that they changed the Fei Lao ending, and instead of us going rogue, she actually died and it ended the entire game. So you have to take that with a grain of salt. However, as soon as they said that there would be a brand new game mode never before seen in the Division universe, not even 2 days later, we already had rumors of what this game mode would be. So let me share that with you. Now, this is all off the top of my head, so if you guys remember reading those leaks and you want to help elaborate in the comment section, by all means, please do so. But as far as I remember, it was a game mode that was, not titled but nicknamed Hunters. Hunt or be hunted. Now, this game mode, I'm going to try to do like a little sidebar here. If you guys remember, a couple years ago, Friday the 13th came out with a video game. Predator also came out with a video game, and these video games had similar game modes where you would have, 5 or 6 people, or in Friday the 13th, it was 5 or 6 camp counselors, and then you would have one person become the enemy, whether it be Predator or Jason. Now, I'm thinking that with these rumors and everything, that this hunter, hunt or be hunted game mode, it would kind of be the same logic, where you would have, maybe 5 or 6 normal agents, and then you would have one person become a hunter. Or maybe you have, 10 agents, and then 2 people are the hunters. Either way, you kind of understand my meaning. Where every time you load into a game, maybe one random person would become the hunter, and everyone else would just become a normal agent. Now think of it this way. What if there were, 3 to 5 different loadouts for your hunters, where your hunters had 4 skills instead of 2, and they had, 4 million armor instead of 2 million armor, something like that. Because we all know that the hunters have a crazy amount of skills, and they have a lot of armor. So it only makes sense, right? So the one person spawns into the hunter, he or she gets to check all the different loadouts for that hunter, click on it, and then boom, they're the hunter. Then the other players pick, whatever build they have, and then they're going up against the hunters. So what if you had it that way, where every game mode starts, there's a random person that's a hunter and everyone else is just an agent, and they have to battle it out. See if the hunters win, see if the shade agents win. And that is pretty much the entirety of the leak, is that it would be some sort of game mode like that, where it would basically just be, you could be the hunter if you played it long enough, or you could, kill the hunters if you want. To me personally, I love this leak, or this potential rumor, or whatever you want to call it. I do like it. It's a solid game mode that would actually interest me. I'd play it, to be honest. Now, with this rumor or this kind of game mode, it would not really have a leveling progression system in it. So then that makes me feel like the specializations and that new linear progression would be the way that they're going to make us grind out levels and re-max out all of our specializations. And then in doing so, we could also play, this new cool game mode. I think that would be a home run if they reintroduce more hunters, reintroduce a game mode dedicated to hunters, and then give us the Division Heartland on top of a whole new year of seasons. I mean, that's just knocking it out of the park when it comes to the Division universe. Now, I know that I've been talking my head off, so please let me know in the comment section below what you think. And please, while you're at it, hit that thumbs up, support the channel by subscribing. Now, the Division Heartland is set to come out next year, and all of the new Division 2 content, seasons, the new game mode, everything is set to be released by February. So we only have a couple more months until that happens. But let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this new game mode, what you think about the rumors, and what do you think about, my speculations. I am always open ears to new rumors, new perspectives, so by all means, hit me up. But yeah, that's about it, everyone. I hope everyone is having a day, and I will see you all in the next one. I'm Kamikazevondoom. Peace.